So today we are going to review our phonics for our phonics test. And remember, you can use use the videos, you can use the worksheets, you can use any notes that you took for this test. But I'm going to review this for you so that we understand before you actually take your test. Okay. So first of all, we're going to take these words and these adverbs and we're going to sort them into their correct columns. So we have an adverbs that answer how, when, and where. Okay. So the word here is going to be a where. It's a location. Where are you? I am here. Okay. The next one is quietly. So that's going to be a how. How are you going to finish your work? I am going to finish it quietly. Okay? And the next one, today. When are you going to finish your work? Today. So that would be under when. Okay? Now, the next thing that we're going to review are circling adverbs. Okay? So remember, adverbs describe the verb. How, when, where. Okay, so remember, verbs are things that you do. So I ran quickly. So our verb is ran. Okay, so how did I run? Quickly. All right, she writes beautifully. So our verb is write. So how did she write? Beautifully. Okay, he quietly works. So our verb is quietly. So how does he... Oh, sorry. The verb is works. So how did he work? Quietly. Okay. All right, so now we're going to be circling adjectives, okay? Now we need to make sure they make sense. If you're not comparing, if we're not comparing nouns, if we're not comparing one thing with something else, then we're not going to have a suffix at the end. But if we're comparing two things, we're going to have that ER at the end. And if we're comparing three or more things, that's when we're going to have the EST suffix, okay? So let's take a look at these. Dad has tall, taller, tallest boots. Are we comparing his boots to someone else's boots? No, we're not. So it's just tall. He just has tall boots. My room is clean, cleaner, or cleanest than my sister's room. So now we're comparing two things. So one's going to be clean, one's going to be cleaner. So my room is cleaner than my sister's room. Okay? The last one, our house has the smallest porch in the neighborhood. Okay, so we're comparing our house with all these other houses, which are obviously going to be more than two. So our house has the smallest porch in the neighborhood. Okay, this next part, we're talking about the sight words and an. And to use, not knowing when to use them, what we do is we look at the word that comes after it. And you're looking at that very first sound. Is it making a vowel sound? Remember vowel sounds? The A, E, I, O, and then not always the long U because it sounds like y, like starting with the letter Y, like yellow. And then the short vowels, those would all start with and. So any words that do not have a vowel sound, they're going to start with And any words that do have that vowel sound are going to start with an, okay? So p is not a vowel sound. So this is a pig. Old. So this is going to be an old, maybe an old cat, okay? So it's going to be an inch. So it's going to be a truck. Okay, so now we're going to be abbreviating. Okay, so we're abbreviating days of the week, months, measurements. Remember, if the words are 4 letters or less, you don't need to abbreviate. And a lot of abbreviations take the first 3. And don't forget to have that dot at the end of that period, okay? So July, that's 4 letters. So we're not even really going to abbreviate July because it's small. November takes the first 3 letters, N-O-V, period. Inch is going to take the first 2 letters, period. Now foot takes the F-T, period. Yard is going to take that Y-D, period. Minute is going to be the first 3 letters, period. Hour, it's going to take the H and the R, period. Pint is going to take the P and the T, period. Quart is going to take that Q, T, period. And gallon is going to take the first 3 letters, G-A-L, period. All right, so that is our phonics, and I know you guys are going to do a great job.